Hello everyone and welcome to episode 9 of my Night Elf Hunter Let's Play series in the Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary Edition, where we are going to go ahead and continue exploring through Darkshore. Our last episode we spent a ton of time up in northern Darkshore, and today we are going to go down to southern Darkshore, where we haven't been past like a Matheron pretty much. So we are going to be exploring a bunch of new areas. First, I want to go ahead and get some sharp arrows. Just restock like that. And everything I have in my inventory, I pretty much want at the current moment. So we're going to hold on to all of that. And I am now level 18, so I could go back to Darnassus and go to the hunter trainer and the pet trainer and learn some new skills and whatnot. But I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that for now, and we'll go maybe in like 2 levels. We could go check that out. But I do have some a talent points I can go ahead and put into improved aspect of the hawk. Just kind of continuing our build here of making us just slightly stronger through passive talents. And as far as questing goes, our current lowest level quest, other than Grove of the Ancients, which is kind of an outlier, is Buzzbox 525, so we could probably focus on that first. But we've also got a variety of quests that we can go and do. Some of which are escort quests, which are definitely a little challenging. And I think in the near future, we're going to have a very exciting adventure to the Eastern Kingdoms, where we can begin exploring some stuff in that area of the world, where there's just so much content everywhere in Azeroth that we can play through to level up. So much to do, and ultimately, you can't really do everything on a single character if you are only leveling. A lot of people will do Lore Master achievements and Wrath Lich King and onwards when achievements are added, where you complete every quest, or nowadays like most of the quests in the main quest lines in different zones. Back when Lore Master was first added, it was like a set number of quests on each continent before the Burning Crusade and Wrath Lich King, where it became per zone. But then it got updated to where you just had to complete like the major quest chains, so significantly fewer quests to complete. But I still like to complete every quest, or most quests, in different zones. We could also do a little bit of a trip over towards the ocean, where there's a lot of beached sea creatures for us. We can go speak with Onu, and then we have the Master's Glaive, which we can experience a really cool area that might be relevant to the current World of Warcraft expansion, which is really interesting to think about, like all the little bits of story here and there in every zone across the world and beyond that play a part in the leveling experience and the campaign experience of each respective era of World of Warcraft. But many of them can and do sometimes play a part in future content as well, where you can return to old areas. In Cataclysm, we had the introduction of the Twilight Highlands to the game, which is my favorite zone with the 5 main Cataclysm zones. But in the most recent pre-patch for Midnight, players had, you could say, the opportunity to return there, but a lot of people did not enjoy the content of the pre-patch, so it was a little controversial and unliked, but it's still kind of an example of content introduced in 2010 is when Cataclysm came out, right? That then played a part relevant to content introduced in 2026. We have a level 18 Troll Hunter, a member of the Horde, running through Darkshore right now. Maybe off to go tame a certain animal, which is very interesting. I think there's like some white night sabers up at the northern end that can spawn that you can tame. I don't entirely remember. Here we have Onu, Ancient of Lore, and we can go ahead and finally turn in our Grove of the Ancients quest and our own new quest. And now we can go do the Master's Glaive quest. We also have over here, the Sleeper Has Awakened is a quest we can do, but that is a quest that will be taking us into Ashenvale, so we're going to wait a little bit for that. Let's go ahead and just work on some of the different quests we have to do. And also I might get rid of this Black Fathom Deeps quest already. I said I'd pick it up and we could hold on to it for a little bit, but it's kind of covering the map there a little bit. I think first things first is I want to run over and get all the sea creatures maybe. This is really going to fill up our inventory, but that's okay. Can be on the lookout for some of these animals like this grizzled thistle bear that will drop us potentially a grizzled scout. I'm going to go ahead and kite this way. Let's get out of the forest a little bit. Lots of high-level murlocs all around here. Over towards a sea creature. Can fight some of these murlocs. Pull the seer back. The netter will join us. These murlocs right here are a little bit lower level. We're getting very close to level 19, so we'll be even stronger. And the highest level enemies in Darkshore are pretty much like level 20. Though that's only a few enemies, of course. See if we can get... Nah, I think we're gonna have to kill a few more murlocs. Thought maybe we could get close enough. It's like a wheelbarrow over there. Carefully interact with the beached sea creature. And then we'll get this that we can take back. And then we can continue down the coast where there's 4 more for us to get. And then we can also try to get Gilcac's key, the bottom part. And also, we can get the top part over towards the east. I feel like when it comes to like north of this river, everything is so spread out. But then south of this river, suddenly there's like 10 quests for us to do right in this area. It's kind of crazy. I also think I'll probably run out of inventory space in my adventures here, which is a little bit of an issue, but I could also just delete some of the random crafting materials we get. It's nice we just got our 4th fine crab chunks. I think I'll skip over these ones. A level 15 Night Elf Priest fighting towards this sea creature, specifically the reef crawler, so maybe not. But we can go ahead, help out here. We're gonna have to feed our pets soon. Oh, we just got shoulder pads that we cannot wear. Just pulled both of these hunters, but let's get this quest. I'm excited to get shoulder pads that we can wear. It's one of the most exciting moments. That and getting a helmet, getting trinkets. Help out here a little bit. Oh no. This is kind of a precarious situation to be in. Okay, I might run away. I feel sorry about this guy, but I'm just gonna leave here. I tried to help out. He might be trying to heal me. Turn around and fight. Kind of just tanking here, but also we didn't join groups, so we're kind of stealing all the loot and experience right now. Feed our pet, feed ourselves, let's say thank you. And then we have 3 more down this way. And then I might spend some time trying to get the key part. Let's go ahead. Swap these. Go ahead, throw away a couple of the things immediately. But we can save all of our quest items there. And let's continue over here. The priest might be joining. I think I want to stay towards the left side here. There's a few murlocs over there, including an oracle that might heal. Looks like somebody's been through here recently. Like some of them are dead. Okay. A Tide Hunter is in a precarious spot to loot. Oh, let's kill the oracle. There we go. Try to get into here really quickly. Get this item. Oh, the oracle just respawned. Good timing for us. Let's loot this and let's get out of here. Let's just leave. Or we can fight these tide crawlers too. Strangely marked box. Interesting. But I just want to get out. Hopefully we can get out of combat soon. There we go. And then to the next sea creature. Right down here. Looks like there's like 2 murlocs on this island. Maybe. Oh, there's more. I'm gonna pull this one like that. So we can just get out of the island's area. A few more kills of these murlocs and other creatures around here will be enough to level us up. Let's do the same exact thing I just did. Oh, my pet got a critical hit. That's nice. I'm not sure, we might have to kill both of these Tide Hunters. Let's just keep doing the same strategy we were doing. The great thing about playing as a hunter is that you just don't have all that much downtime when you're fighting. So let's try to sneak in here. And maybe we'll have to kill the Tide Hunter. But so far, so good. And there we go. Over towards the last one, where we've gotten quite a few sea creature and sea turtle remains into this one strangely marked box. all along the coast of Darkshore that we can turn in. But this is the last one. See what we can do from here. That's phenomenal. But we are getting attacked. That's okay. Just kill the Tide Hunter. And then we can get to the beach. Or maybe we should go back a little bit and fight the crabs that are just north of us. Because it looks like the crabs on the beach over there have a chance to drop the key, but not the fine crab chunks. So we should double dip over here. But I guess the key is probably harder to get. So maybe we'll run south after we get enough of the crab chunks. But also we need to turn in the quest up here where we can fight crabs around the quest giver, so it's probably not too big of an issue if we don't get the key part. Is this milk? Should I go get some milk right now? Oh, we're 1 kill away from leveling up. Super, super close. Got 2 milk from that barrel. I don't know how I'd feel about drinking that in real life, but good for us. And leveling up is good for us too. And we got 1 more fine crab chunk, and we got the bottom of Gilcac's key. So let's put that there. Let's move those there. This is what these shoulder pads would look like on us if we could wear them. Go ahead, put in the last talent point we need to get to the next line, where increases your outdoor movement speed of your pets by 30%. So kind of a nice idea, but not super good or important, I suppose. Increases the damage done by your pets by 4%, so we can get that up to 20%, which seems very good. And increases the speed bonus of your aspect of the cheetah and aspect of the pack by 4% up to 8%, which I think means we'll be getting an aspect of the cheetah at level 20, or it used to be like level 30 or something, but now that you can get mounts at level 30, it's a little earlier. I think in Wrath Lich King, since you can get mounts at level 20, you get aspect of the cheetah at level 16 or something. But I'm very, very excited to get that because it'll increase our movement speed by like 20 or 30%, I forget. I think 30%, where the first mounts increases your movement speed by 60%. Hopefully we get crab chunks there. That's perfect for us. So we're done with that. And we can go ahead and move in. And we're going to really want to focus probably on the Moonstalker pelts and Grizzled Scalps, but we're really close to this quest. So maybe we should do this now. One of the least popular quests in Darkshore. Maybe the least popular. Where we have a big escort that we can do here.
What can I do?
Go ahead and turn this in. And then we can protect the Prospector. It is recommended for 2 players, but we are a hunter, and I have done this by myself, on non-hunters even. I'm gonna try to clear my inventory, just ever so slightly. Can also be advantageous and work on killing some of these cracked golems we have in here, because we're exploring through an excavation site, which is very interesting. And really, this escort is kind of just a nuisance of an escort. Oh, there's a chest up there though, where he is incredibly absent-minded, as the name suggests. We have the priest here. Also have a Trog that just showed up. smooth pebbles that we can shoot out of a rifle, which we don't currently have. I'm not sure if this person wanted to do this quest as well. I didn't realize they were on the beach fighting crabs. They're the ones that helped us out earlier. Oh, there's another person in here too. I wonder what they're doing. We need to make sure not to use Serpent Sting against the cracked golems, because it does not work, so it's just a waste of mana and an arrow. Continuing this way, let's try to drink up a little bit. There's a stone behemoth. What is that? Stone behemoth. WoW classic. Is that part of a quest? Is that the golem attack the professor just so the professor's in combat? Stops moving. Move this linen up here. Can get rid of the crawler meat. Murloc eyes. Let's help out here. I think we're about to get attacked by trogs again. Basil's gonna get attacked by the cracked golem. I don't think we can set the golem on fire either. This might be a good quest to get the Timberling heart out. Should we do that? Summon the Timberling to follow us around? Since it is a difficult quest. Oh, we have the Murk Deep quest we need to do as well. I completely forgot. This cracked golem has respawned. I think we're going to get attacked by trogs soon though. The Timberling is level 7, so I do think he's going to die instantly, but he'll take a few hits, which is good for us. Might deal a tiny bit of damage, but likely not. I just got attacked by a stone behemoth. Let's try the fire trap. But we have completed the quest. Oh, looks like the fire does work. That's so interesting. Gave the fossil to Holly, so we just gotta go all the way back up and check in with her. So unfortunately, this entire escort quest was pointless. So we can go ahead and move forward. We have a lot of stuff to do around here, but maybe we can go to the Master's Glaive. And then we'll go back around doing some of these quests. While we have the Timberling, the Master's Glaive is maybe the second most challenging area. Can go ahead and put this down so we can communicate with Olu, except we cannot do it while in combat. let's go ahead and create this scrying bowl. And then we can find a clue over there. I think first, let's come around here and kill these Twilight thugs. Except the escort quest is not currently up. So I guess we can go for the clue first. We also have, last episode I said I think it was a 2% chance to get the powers below quest, which we will likely not get. So not really something we should pay too much attention for, but I guess technically if we did want to complete every single quest available, we would want to farm these Twilight Disciples for a very long time. Looks like there's another person here that might be struggling. Let's kill this disciple so we can help out. There we go. Whoops. Oh, the book just slapped me with the hand that came out of it. Okay, we can bring Onu, the insane scribbles. But I want to do this escort. So let's go ahead and start killing all the Twilight thugs around here. Also, I want to check my reputation, where I'm very close to revered with Darnassus, which is exciting because we'll start getting discounts from Darnassus vendors. And as we're planning on spending most of our time in Kalimdor, that's like my little challenge, is to spend like most of my time here until level 60 or 58. Only doing a little bit of stuff in the Eastern Kingdoms, but since we'll spend a lot of time here, there's so many Night Elf vendors on Kalimdor, of course. I wonder if this person needs to do the escort, or if they did the escort first and then came and did the quest. Okay, let's go ahead and drink up. The quest spawns like right about here, so we can continue killing some of the cultists around here. But we can also see how insane of an area this is. I think the lore is that this was a Cathraxi or something along those lines that fell in battle to like a massive stone giant wielding that sword. Should we ask to do the escort? Let's pull this thug this way. Oh, a disciple just spawned. Another one. They're spawning really quickly. I guess as we wait, this is potentially a good chance to get the book. Oh, almost healed. Maybe this person needs to do the escort. Maybe not. Kind of hoping that we have Therilune. Is that how you pronounce this dryad's name? We'll see. I love how involved dryads are in the Kalimdor storyline. I guess technically our new lowest level quest below Buzzbox 525 is this beached sea creature, which was the one north of Murkdeep, I believe. So many dead cultists. And here we go. Let's go ahead. Neither of them seem like they want to do the escort. We can go ahead and begin. The Dryad also speaks in Darnassian, so if you're not a night elf and you come do this quest, you have no idea what she's saying. Which I think is such a fun idea. I love the idea of like the languages in World of Warcraft. I don't think there's enemies that spawn during this escort, and there's also a pretty short escort, unlike the rim travel one, which actually went by really fast because there was the other people around. Oh, a white leather bag. 8 slots. That's fun. We don't need it though, and this disciple's gonna heal. All the way to 100%. Should be safe all the way back. I also have this fun quest down here that we should go do as well. This quest is going to take us into Ashenvale, so we already have so many. We currently have 4 to turn in. We're about to have a 5th one, and then we can get the 6th one, and then the 7th one that we can pick up later. But to here, you can see this one just showed up. Completed that. Let's make our way this direction, where we can go ahead and kill some Forest Striders to try to get Gelkak's key. I thought it was from the Night Sabers, but I guess not. But we do need to fight the Night Sabers to get those quests. Or quest items, rather. This is also a good opportunity to get some skinning going. Yeah, we'll put this back there. Level 20. We'll just find our way to this quest to do that. And then we'll head back. The Moonstalker Matriarchs are definitely a little challenging because they summon the Rents. Wonder if we cannot skin the runt. But I think there's like patriarchs or whatever around here that don't have the runts. That might be better for us to kill. I think they might be on the other side. But we also can see our first sneak peek of Ashenvale, which is so cool. Inventory is full. How unfortunate for us. Light feathers actually sell for a decent amount, so it might be worth to hold on to those. But we might not be able to get a lot of skinning done. Where we have big furbo camp over there, but we can sneak this way. This is technically a level 15 quest, which is another one of those quests in Darkshore that's kind of at a weird level, because normally you're here at like the level we are at. But we can go ahead and defend the Sentinel, and then my audio is pretty quiet in the videos, I think, but we can listen closely.
One shot, one kill.
And she'll make the Night Elf Huntress voice lines from Warcraft 3, which is really cool.
Cry havoc. Oh, too easy.
You get a little bit of experience from fighting these furbolgs, but not really any loot. Guess I could do some bandage crafting to clear up inventory space. Because I don't think we need any linen cloth for leather working. We still have the Timberling hanging out with us. Right, this quest isn't too challenging to my memory, but it might still be nice to have a little bit extra help here. Actually, it might be good for us to drink some ice cold milk, because I think the boss is after, or is in this next wave. Get all the way back up. And there we go. Narosh, the Devious, level 16. So just not that challenging, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and create maybe just the rest of these bandages and I can sell them or delete them. But we did just get another quest to go to Ashenvale. And I think that is all the quests for Ashenvale except for the escort into Ashenvale, which we'll do when we go to Ashenvale itself. That makes the most sense. Which might be next episode. See how far we can get into first aid. I think we need to reach first aid level 80. Honestly, we might not even make it there. Let's move the light feathers up to here. Oh, Moonstalker Sires. I'm very excited for level 20, especially with our Darkshore adventures, because we'll have to return all the way up to the north for Gelkak's quest. And having Aspect of the Cheetah will make that much faster, and then we'll have to run all the way south again to do some more quests. We might be very unlucky with drops, so we'll spend a lot of time down here hunting these different creatures. Could do this fight against this matriarch, might as well. I'll send in Basil first. Oh, there's our first pelt. Get rid of this wishbone. So 4 more of those. 1 more key. And then I think it's 2 more. Yeah, 2 more grizzled scalps. Can also get the pelts and the key up in the north too. But I think there's less sires up there. Oh, there's our key. So let's get rid of that cracked bell, and then we got the key. Get a piece of light leather. I only have 1 ice cold milk left, which is good for cleaning up our inventory space, I suppose. but not good because we definitely need mana. This is kind of an example of why the quiver is like not the best option, because we have 3 inventory slots that we could be using right now, but we can't. But you did get the plus 10% ranged attack speed by having the quiver. And then we have another matriarch over here. And I think the bears, yeah, they're all further north. I'm also tempted to fight more cultists to try to get that quest, but I don't think it's worth it. The rats joining the fight too. Timberling's been around for a long time. Last 20 minutes, I feel like I've been around for longer than 20 minutes, but presumably not. Oh, Strider Clutch Mother. A level 20 rare with like a bunch of fledglings. This might be a challenging fight. Could give it a shot. I'm not sure if it's even that worth it. I feel like I've never seen this rare before. Nice, another Moonstalker pellet. Okay. Let's just wait 1 second for my mana to regenerate a little bit, but mostly for Basil's health to get to full. And then send Basil in, grab the attention, and then we start blasting. The fledglings shouldn't be too difficult to kill, but I definitely want to focus the Clutch Mother. Oh, slow down there. That was kind of insane how fast that Strider was moving for a second. And then one more. Did have our Timberling die there. The 20 minutes was up. And pretty good. Can try to skin this one. Got some light leather. A couple more Moonstalkers around here. We got a Strider meat. Let's go ahead and kill this matriarch before we loot the Strider Clutch Mother and see what we get. Oh, nice. We only need one more pelt. Have any mana potions on me, which is unfortunate. But let's see what we got from the Clutch Mother. Nothing good at all. We did get this chest piece that might be worth a couple of silver. Go ahead, loot the ruffled feather, delete that, and then get that. So, still a fun experience. But we don't get much experience from killing those types of enemies until like Cataclysm, I think. So wasn't there... Oh, there's a Draenei Hunter. I think there's a matriarch right here, but I lost sight of her. But maybe I'll just run this way because there's some... Apparently, according to Questy, on the other side of the Master's Glaive. So we'll check out over there, and then we'll be closer to the Grizzled Scalps once we get our last one. And then we can go to the Grove of the Ancients, turn all these quests in, and then we can go ahead, go kill Murkdeep on our way back to Auberdyne.
I'm out of range. Let's still recharging. I can't carry anymore.
Oh, here's a Moonstalker Sire. I prefer fighting them over the Mage Sharks because of the lack of the routes. Hopefully we get the Peltier. I want to be done with this quest, but unfortunately we did not. Let's come into this group of trees, see what's happening over here. Opportunities for both, and also some furbolgs. You can see Grimclaw there, who we saw in town, warning us about his master.
Inventory is full.
Oh, we got a leather belt there, which actually I think is better than what we have, because the agility I think is better than the intellect plus the spirit plus it's more armor. I think agility is the best thing for us, at least from the stats that it provides. I think it's the hunter's favorite stat. I got these gloves that also have agility. I think this is another upgrade. That's kind of insane. Get rid of that. I also got a Grizzled Scalp there. So let's go ahead, equip this. That's just better for us.
I'm out of range. Target. I can't carry anymore. It's too far away.
Lots of Grizzled Thistlebears right around here, which is good. We do just need a few more things and then our entire quest log is completed, which is kind of really cool to see. There we go, there's that. Do need one more Moonstalker pot, but let's run up here really quickly since we're so close to turning this quest in. But I love looking at Auberdyne right now, where we have so many quests we can go turn in. You have 2 more there soon. Let's chat with Onu, the Ancient of Lore. We are now revered with Darnassus. And I forgot, we can get Mithristra relics, which is the quest that happens all the way up here. So we can go ahead and go do that when we go to Gilcast Gyromast. But now we can go turn in the Buzzbox quest and be on the lookout for one more of the pelts that we need. And then go fight Murkdeep. I think this is the final Buzzbox. I cannot recall though. And yes, it was. And we got his gunny sack. And we also got some alcohol. And some reputation with the Nomergon Exiles. Hopefully, it doesn't take us too much longer to get to the last pelt we need. Sneak around this way, because there seems to be some that might spawn around here. Keep our eyes out. There's one. Another one over there. Seems like the matriarchs don't spawn here, but there's a lot more grizzled thistle bears you have to be careful of. And there's the final one. That's very nice for us. And maybe I shall get rid of the strider meat, just so we can have that light leather. And then let's head over towards where Murk Deep is located. Meant to kill this Murloc earlier when we ran by, getting all of the sea creatures, but I just forgot. So now's a good opportunity. And this quest is actually a bit more on the challenging end of things compared to some of the others we've done. Where there's actually somebody here potentially doing this quest. Looks like somebody just killed Murk Deep. So we might actually have to wait a little bit. They're running away. I think we have to wait for a couple of Murlocs to respawn here, and then we can fight them, which will then spawn some Murlocs that will come and attack, and we fight them, and then Murk Deep will spawn, I believe. So I guess while we wait, might as well just slowly try to get some more experience. I don't want to use up too much of my mana, especially since we don't have a way to restore mana right now. Too bad the alcohol doesn't, but it makes sense that it doesn't. I have a food crate over there. It's a good thing I did get that milk earlier. We definitely used it. But I maybe think it's now a good time for the strider meat so we can get the buff. You can see the ship to Menethil Harbor off in the distance, all the way over there. Okay, it looks like the Murlocs are respawning. So let's start getting a start on them. They are a little lower level than us, which is good. We're almost level 20, so close. Let's not overextend our mana.
Inventory is full.
I think there's a second one we might have to kill. Hopefully both of them didn't have to be alive when we killed them. Let's get rid of the core stone. Pick up the Murloc eye, because we're probably going to be getting a lot more Murloc eyes.
I can't carry anymore.
Maybe these, or maybe this cloak. Get the slimy Murloc scale. And then maybe there's one more Grey Mist Hunter that's going to spawn. I'm hoping that this works out well for us. It is nice from a fighting perspective that they are so staggered right now. Just kill this reef crawler really quickly.
Inventory is full.
Okay. So Grey Mist Hunter, 2 warriors dead, and everything else has completely despawned. I guess we just have to wait and be patient. But once we're able to kill all the Murlocs, we'll see some Murlocs charging in out of the ocean. There's a hunter. So maybe upon killing this one, this will start triggering the event to happen. Which, I guess this is kind of the closest thing you see to an idea like Guild Wars 2 events in World of Warcraft. Oh, there's a warrior. So I thought that was like 2, maybe it's like 4. Let's not overextend our mana here. We just got this leather belt, which is not as good as what we currently have. Completely different stats. Stamina and strength instead of agility and spirit. And less armor. Less total stats, technically. Maybe I should double check the quest for this. If we go on to the appropriate wiki. And it looks like there's 6 total. So we've killed 4. So maybe 1 more, and then it looks like it's 3 waves. So, upon the next one spawning, that should be when we begin. We got somebody hanging out here with us. So we can go ahead and complete Murk Deep together, which is good because definitely a bit more on the challenging end of things, especially for this player level 15. And it looks like I guess that was all we needed. Maybe I killed 6 and I lost count. Ice cold milk would be kind of nice, but unfortunately no inventory space and probably not really needed because we will be returning to town soon. And here comes Murk Deep. Send in Basil, level 19. And there we go, quest completed. And just some copper. Kill this hunter. And then let's say thank you. And then let's go ahead and hearth back to Auberdyne because I think this is a great opportunity to use our Hearthstone. And we have like 11 quests, 10 quests to turn in at Auberdyne. So this is going to be fantastic for us. Let's go ahead and immediately clear some of our inventory space. Some of this trash.
Good luck.
then we have 5 to turn into this character.
Peace be with you. Go in peace, goddess of
And a little bit of silver, get some experience, including enough experience to reach level 20. And I really want to go to the Hunter Trainer now. But we can go ahead, and I think I decided I'll put our talents into increasing damage there.
What can I get for you today?
And then that's not as good.
Off with you.
I think there's another quest that maybe requires our fishing to be higher than it currently is. But I'll ignore that quest for now. Here's where we turn in Wanted Murk Deep.
Hello.
And that's much better than what we currently got.
Goddess watch over
So
you.
definitely a worthwhile quest for us to complete. We've been using this tribal vest for a very long time now. Haven't found an upgrade for that just yet. Have Grimclaw in 2 locations right now. Maybe here and down here. Now we have a Lost Master. This is important. But we have these 2 quests up here that we could do. Let's go speak with Holly and turn this in. And then should go refill my quiver.
How are you? Safe travels.
We can also go to Darnassus to turn in this quest.
Feel free
Let's
to
repair.
browse.
Sell that.
Farewell. Feel free to browse.
And then get sharp arrows. There we go.
Next week.
And then I think next we can go back to Darnassus and we could go turn in the quest and then do some crafting and training. Then we also have the opportunity to go all the way to the north and do these 2 quests. Chat with the food and drink vendor. Let's get some melon juice because I desperately need it. We can also maybe get rid of those. Can our pet eat steamed wandu? Pet doesn't like that food. Okay, let's get that back. What does our pet like again? Meat and fish.
Hello.
So I guess I'll hold on to the longjaw mud snappers for now. Can maybe get rid of. Or we could buy fish here actually. Just wasted a little bit of money. But I completely forgot. Sell that. Sell that. And then to Darnassus we go. So the training is definitely very exciting. We have a lot of opportunities there, especially since the last time we've been to a Hunter Trainer was level 16. So we're going to have all the level 18 skills that we haven't trained yet so that we can go ahead and train up. Or level 18. Did I say level 18? And then level 20 skills that we can go ahead and train up. And level 20, level 40, and level 60 are like the biggest levels where you get like the most new amount of skills, which is always such an exciting moment, especially for us because we should be able to get the aspect of the cheetah, which will let us run around the world much faster than we currently can, which is going to be really good as we try to stalk through the woods of Kalimdor. But then we also have so many profession stuff that we can do. I guess we only have 22 light leather plus some ruined leather scraps, so we can turn into light leather. And we'll see if we can progress our leather working far or not. But if not, I might just continue skinning and then sell the leather onto the auction house. Guess we can sell this ivy cuff. Letter to Delgrin. So let's go ahead and run into the city. Maybe first things first is I'll go ahead and run to the bank really quickly just to put in some of these collectible items we got. Which aren't really collectible items, you know, but can hold on to them for sentimentality's sake. Or we could just sell them, try to liquidate them a little bit. Though they're probably only worth a couple of silver if we did do that. Have this broken wishbone down there too. Then the bandages aren't going to be useful for much longer. Guess we can put the file scribe in our bank too. We don't have a use for it anymore. Add that there. Let's take these while we're here. Guess I'll sneak all that in there. Then maybe I'll move all this down to here. And then reorganize this, could throw that in there. Then put all of these here as mementos of our adventure. Except, could put the bag down there, potentially. And then I got a lot more clam meat. I guess it's stacks and stacks of 10. Can maybe try to do some cooking with them. But if not, I can just liquidate everything. Oh, and I got this I forgot to put in. Oh, I guess this bag is from adventuring. And that's that one. Okay. So, let's go ahead and put these here to sell. So this will be my sell bag. Put these up here for now. Might put all my wool in the bank. But next I want to go to the hunter trainer so we can get that speed boost.
What brings you?
I like to train. New aspect of hawk, aspect of the cheetah, mend. Can get dual wield, which is great. Serpent sting, arcane shot. I don't think distracting shot is actually all that useful. Multi-shot might be good. Disengage. Freezing trap. And then might as well get track undead. That's a lot. Okay. So up at the top, got new aspect of the hawk. We also got aspect of the cheetah. A new mend pet. Then passive dual wield. Then new serpent sting. A new arcane shot. We learned multi-shot. And then we got disengage. Freezing trap. And then we just got the track undead. So disengage. Character exits combat mode. So it might be nice for us to just try to avoid our enemies. And we could maybe mount up by doing this. So I'll put that there. I want to come all the way up here to the pet trainer. See if we can learn anything here. I'll just train everything there. And let's try out aspect of the cheetah. Where immediately we move so much faster. Plus 30%. But we do get dazed if struck, which is the downside. So this is only really for moving around the road and not for any other purpose. We have more quests here to go to Blackfathom Deeps. Let's head over to the leatherworking trainer. The Blackfathom Depths. Let's go ahead, hang out here for just a second. Let's make all the light leather that we can. And then, what did we decide is the best? The gloves? Looks like so. Go ahead and make 2 gloves, which will require 4 coarse thread. And then that'll get us to leatherwork in 60.
Hello.
And we can see if we can learn anything new. I feel like maybe it would have been worthwhile for us to pick up like herbalism or something. But we can now make this cloak, which is pretty much useless. So let's get 10 coarse thread. Craft up all this light leather, and this is a good opportunity to drink some water. Okay, into the leatherworking trainer. Nothing new for us. And our prospects are starting to look a little bad. We need to get... What do we even need to get to? Is it going to be like 100? Medium height at 100. Okay, so we need to get to like 100 in order to start using medium leather. And I feel like our prospects is not good for that. So maybe I'll save this light leather for now, and we'll put it back into the bank. And then I might just end up selling it on the auction house. Make a little bit of money, and then our skinning will just go towards making money. But next, let's go to Chief Archaeologist Grey Whisker. We can't turn in this quest. And this quest is going to give us one to go to Minotha Harbor, which is our breadcrumb towards the Eastern Kingdoms, and we can start exploring that continent of Azeroth. Which I'm not planning, once again, to spend a ton of time there, but it might be fun to have an expedition episode similar to the Isles, where we can go to the Eastern Kingdoms. And then we likely will in the future again at some point for different things. Stranglethorn Vale in particular being a location that I would enjoy doing some questing in on this character. And having aspect of the cheetah is so nice. Look at how fast we're moving right now. Can get across the city so much faster than we could before. And this is great to tide us over for getting our mount. I think this is maybe better. The strength and agility plus more armor.
Watch your back.
And
Safe
then
travel.
get the quest to go to Minotha. Right, sell this. But now it's back to Darkshore. We have the quest down here to do still. A couple quests up here. And let's go ahead and go to the bank once again, just to throw all this stuff in here.
I am listening.
And as I mentioned, I might end up liquidating most of this.
Leave the stuff.
Let's throw that up there. Here's the reagents vendor, who does wander around. It's really nice when you can find her, especially if you do need reagents. But we can go through the Darkshore portal once again. And then looks like the boat just left. Of course, the boat is always slower, but it is kind of a fun idea, you know? So we can go ahead, hop onto Hippogriff, back to Aberdeen.
Peace be with you.
And enjoy the flight. I always love flying into this town. Such a cool sight. Let's get Aspect of a Cheetah, and we can call Basil. And of course, Basil will be moving at the same speed as S. Don't have to worry about leaving her behind. Now that we are here, I think we can just go back up to Northern Ashenvale for a moment. I'm also tempted to come all the way down here to do a Lost Master, but that might be more worthwhile to do in the future when we're heading towards Ashenvale. Let's take a look at, while we run to the north, the map of Kalimdor. And we already have some quests in Stone Talon Mountains that we can look at doing. Though I never do too many quests in Stone Talon, I feel like. But we also got quests in the Barrens we could do if we really wanted. Because Ratchet is a goblin town that is located deep in Horde territory, but is neutral to both the Horde and Alliance. And there are some low-level quests we can do here, including this level 14 quest. But there's some higher level quests as well. And of course, Ashenvale has a ton of stuff for us going on, including new quests introduced with the Burning Crusade that makes the zone even more expansive, which I love a lot. I love the additions to Ashenvale with the Draenei that show up there. Which is one of the reasons why I like the Burning Crusade more than vanilla. But then again, I also love Wrath Lich King more than the Burning Crusade. Where it would be cool with this character if he did transition into the Wrath Lich King one day. This is probably our last time coming to Northern Darkshore for quite some time, until we progress the Tower of Alphax. Oh, this moonstock. Okay. Can let Basil grab the moonstalker's attention, and then we can run away together. So it might be worthwhile to just run all the way to Mithristra, and then get those relics, then head to the beach. Too bad the Hearthstone cooldown is an hour. I think it becomes... Is this Moonstalker really going to... Okay. It becomes half an hour in Wrath Lich King, I think. Which is a big quality of life boost. It becomes 15 minutes at some point in the future of World of Warcraft's development. And people find 15 minutes to be too long still. Some people find it too short. I don't know how I feel. I think 15 minutes is a good time. It makes it a mechanic, but that you have to like think about to some extent. But it's like a mechanic that like you can utilize, and sometimes you feel afraid to use it because maybe it'll be more worthwhile to use it at some point. Kind of like potions, you know. But here we have a ton of Naga at the ruins of Mithristra, which we have uncovered on the map now. And I think we have now officially uncovered everything on the Darkshore map. Our second full map fill. And down here we have this relic that we can go ahead and pick up. The sorceress will be dealing some frostbolt damage to us. We are progressing towards level 21. I think we might be around level 21 by the time we go into Ashenvale. So it's going to be good for us. try to scout out where our next relic would be. Probably down here. I see some down there. Let's go around carefully. These Nagas are a little high level. I think maybe we can drop down. Okay. But then we have to fight our way out. We might not need that sorceress. Should I throw these onto my hotbar there? And let's drink our first melon juice. 835 mana over 24 seconds. And our mana cap is currently 636, so this is more mana than we currently need, which means we're going to regenerate our mana very quickly, which is fantastic. You don't have to wait too long. I think to some extent we could work our way north, because we do need to go towards the beach over there. I think that makes the most sense. But again, it just depends on how many relics we can find along the way. See one more there. Thought maybe there was one back there, but must not be. Some ice cold milk. We don't need that anymore. See one relic over there, and there must be like one up there. So let's go for this one. Yes, our freezing trap will freeze an enemy, which is great. So we can use it to basically lock down an enemy for 10 seconds, which can be really nice when we're fighting like 2 enemies at once. Can turn into 2 1v1s instead of a 1v2. Let's run up this way. See if we can scout anything. I don't see any relics actually, which is unfortunate for us. But maybe if we continue back towards where we came, there's another one, or one will be respawning soon. Let's look around here. There's one for us. Let's activate aspect of the cheetah, since we cleared out all the enemies and they haven't respawned yet. But the relic has respawned, which is really good. And now every quest in our quest log currently is completed, which is fun. Let's go ahead, head up this way where we're going to have a boss fight. Maybe this is technically the highest level boss in Darkshore. But then again, I'm not really sure what counts as a boss fight. But we have the Thrush Waconator 4100, the first mate, that we're going to try to activate. And then a little bit of a spoiler is that he goes haywire, I think is the storyline going on here. So we have our gnome captain friend over here, wearing the pirate's hat and everything. Love the starfish at the base of the mountain. Or mound. Can get elixir water breathing, which is actually maybe potentially really good. Let's put these relics up here. We'll have to turn them in the future. And now, oh, we're going to get revenge. So let's go ahead. Oh, the Murlocs. We're going to get revenge against the Murlocs. Let's go ahead, activate aspect of the hawk. Start the machine. preparing to follow. Pretty sure going to start attacking us. Continue going. Very silly looking model, kind of. Back towards the captain. And there we go. Okay. Maybe again, set it on fire. Serpent Sting doesn't. Oh, Serpent Sting does work. Interesting. There we go. And quest complete. So that's all the quests with that character. We get Ironforge reputation, even though that's a gnome. But then we also get these elixir water breathing, which lets us breathe underwater for 30 minutes, which is kind of crazy and like really good for us. And I'm gonna put this quest item up here, maybe right there even. And we can have these down here and just have that on my hotbar. And let's sneak back into the road, because now everything in Northern Ashenvale is complete. So we do have this one quest that we can potentially get, but I'm not really interested in it currently. We could maybe next time we're down here just kill like a few more just to see if we happen to get the drop, but really not worthwhile. But then we have a Lost Master still left to do, which we could maybe do on the way to Ashenvale. But we have Mithrister relics that we need to go turn in. And then we also have the Sleeper Has Awakened, which will take us into Ashenvale proper. And then also researching the corruption for us to do, which I will not be doing because I'm not planning on running that dungeon. But pretty much just a couple of things left to do in Darkshore, and then we can head further into the forests of Kalimdor, which I think we can do next episode, where I'm going to go ahead and just run back to Oberdine. Unfortunately, we still have 31 minutes left on our Hearthstone. If it was just 1 minute left, I could kill some of the animals around here and get some experience for a minute, and then we could hearth back. But I'm going to go ahead and call this episode good here, and we'll start off next episode in Oberdine. But I really hope you all enjoyed watching, and I also really hope this Moonstalker doesn't attack us again. And I hope you all are taking great care of yourselves. Remember to drink some water and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time in the Road of Azeroth. Goodbye.